Today we're going to be looking again at similar figures and similar shapes. We're going to be exploring exactly what happens when we scale something up, make it bigger, and scale something down and make it smaller. Remember, we are looking at the mural, the plan that the artist made on a piece of paper, and when they scaled it up to make the image that was on the street, we noticed that they were similar. And we said that means that they look the same, they have the same general shape, but the size changes. Today, we're going to be exploring and adding on to that definition with our new vocab of talking about and comparing corresponding sides and corresponding angles. Remember, another word for corresponding is matching. If you're unsure about what corresponding sides and angles are, then make sure that you watch that video where we explored how we can find corresponding sides and angles in two similar triangles. But today, we're going to be manipulating and scaling up a copy of one part of the mural that we saw before. And that, remember, the full mural said voting is power, black and brown lives matter. And in between those words, there was this fist. All right. And we're going to be looking at how can we scale this fist up, keeping it similar. And when it's bigger, what do we notice about those corresponding matching sides and angles? All right. I want you to play around with your Google Slides a little bit today, and you might have some experience with this, being able to change the size, resize, make it bigger, a picture in a doc like this. So you know that if you click on a picture, then this blue outline pops up, and you've got these little boxes right here. And so if I click this box right here and I dragged it like this, I can change the size. But what just happened? Does that fist look the same anymore? Is it similar? No, the original fist and what I just distorted, those are not similar figures. Imagine if the artist planned to draw this one on the street, but it ended up looking like this. They probably wouldn't be too happy because that doesn't look right. So we can't just click and drag one of those sides. What if I click and drag down here? What if I wanted to make it bigger? Can I just click and drag here to make it look bigger? No, it's the same thing, but this time I stretched it out going up and down vertically. That's not the right fist. That is not a similar shape. That doesn't look right. So we can't just click and drag those sides. But what we can do is if you grab the corner right here, and if you resize it, take a look what happens. Are my original and the copy similar to each other now? Yeah, the fist looks like it's the same shape, just bigger. So we can say that these are similar to each other. That's one way that we can sort of explore and play around to make shapes in docs that are similar to each other, just bigger or smaller. Now, I don't know exactly how much bigger that is, but there is a way that I can use Google Slides to know exactly what scale factor I am making it bigger by. So let me shrink this back down. And to do that, what I'm going to do, if you're on a Chromebook, you're going to use a two-finger click, two fingers. And if you have a mouse, you're going to do a right finger click. Over my copy, I'm going to do that two-finger click, and this menu pops up. I'm going to come down here to where it says Format Options, and a side menu will pop up over here. Today we're talking about the size, changing the size of our shape. So I'm going to click this drop down, the very first one that says Size and Rotation. And there's a couple things that you see now. First, it tells you the exact size of this picture that you have highlighted. So it says the width is 1 inch and the height is 1.5 inches. It also tells you the scale. So right now it's at 100% because it's full size. 100% is full size. I'm going to ask you in today's assignment to be scaling this up to enlarge it to be 200%. So what you're going to do is right here where it says 100, change that to 200. Now, is that similar? Not quite, because I need to change both the height and the width to 200%. Now I see that these two fists are similar, and this one is 200% bigger. It also tells me exactly how many inches the width is and how many inches the height is, which is going to be really, really helpful when you are answering these questions comparing the corresponding sides and corresponding angles.